If you could relive one moment from our relationship forever, what would it be and why?
Going to Disney with you.
Oh, yeah.
I love to just be a big kid with you. And I think for the majority of our lifestyle, we don't get those moments. So being able to do that always brings me joy. And we've consistently done it like throughout our relationship.
Yeah.
And every time it's like, it's worth it.
Indeed. Indeed. Fast pass all the way. Do your best impression of me.
All right, guys, I'm Eric Brown, technologist. I'm really smart, and I'm here to help people and give them the best of me and talk about technology. Just a lot of energy. You're so passionate about technology, and that smile that you had when you were a child is like the same smile that you consistently have when you're talking about technology. So the words, I probably don't have them accurate, but the smile is always consistent.
Okay. I guess I'll do the same for you. My best impression of Bria. It's kind of hard to describe because you're somewhat reserved. So hello, Bria. I don't know. I love music. Yeah, I think you're really short and sweet. I think one thing about my first impression of you is it makes me curious. For me, I'm usually like, oh, here's who I am. For you, you're quiet. So it's like, well, I have to ask. So the impression is quiet, reserved, calm, collective.
Got to peel back the layers.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm hesitant to tell you?
I think you're hesitant to tell me the moments or the feelings that bring you anxiety or are very challenging. I feel like oftentimes I have to guess or pull it out of you. And so, yeah, those are moments that I think don't just come clearly sometimes.
You're right. I think I always wait until after the anxiety hits and I've processed it, or waiting until my fuse is down to then say something. And that probably leaves you feeling like, what's going on? Why is she acting like this? For you, and I feel like this has been consistent since day one, is the moments where you're not able to smile. Life challenges, or when life is not going as perfectly smooth as you would like it to be, I feel like I have to put puzzle pieces together to understand or to try to figure out, does Eric have a bad day? I know you have bad days, but it's not always like shown or communicated. And I think it's probably a typical male thing, but being able to be let into those moments are really special for me because I get to hear your heart, get some of your vulnerability, even though you might feel like, I know she doesn't want to hear this, or I don't even feel like talking about this. I don't want to talk about this. I love those moments because it brings me closer to you. What is something I don't fully understand about you?
Yeah, something you said like maybe a few seconds ago, and I've been thinking about this recently, that you said, oh, Eric doesn't have bad days. And I'm like, and then sometimes you say, well, Eric, you're on this computer all the time. What are you doing? So I'm like, there's an aspect of my life that I feel like Bria doesn't fully understand. And I think that sometimes the stress or the challenges that I have I may express them in a way that as if I have it under control, because I mean that's kind of the posture that I want. But I do want you to understand that it's not easy. And if I make it look easy, that's great. But sometimes when you say it, it also sometimes hurts my feelings. Because I'm like, well, you just make it seem like, oh, it's an easy button. I'm like, no, it's effort. I may enjoy it sometimes, but I think, the work that I do that's kind of remote on the computer, or, some of the challenges I may have just in the journey, I think that maybe I need to be better at articulating the pain or the process. Because when you say things like, oh, well, you never have a bad day, I'm like, well, maybe I'm just not showing it. Or maybe when I do have the bad days, I'm not able to share it with you in the way that you can have that level of empathy with me.
Yeah, I mean, you made walking across the stage at Harvard look like kindergarten graduation. Like, that's supposed to be easy, right? But I think watching you, I knew it was going to be a challenge. I knew that there was going to be some up and down days. And so I tried to shelter you or like make the perfect environment for you so that when you did have the challenging days, you could still process and push through, even if you don't communicate like today is hard. I think with time in our relationship, you've been able to say at least that, like, today was hard. Today was not a good day, or pray for me. And even that's enough, but know that I'm here. And I think, again, just with time, that emotional transparency is just going to progress. And I've seen it, but know that it's okay to not be okay.
What is the pain in me? Ooh, you wish you could heal, and why? That's a deep question. The pain in me you wish you could heal, and why?
I'm gonna put on my counseling hat.
Yes.
This is a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that I address it with you often, but I think that you having challenges academically as a child, sometimes I see you still struggling to believe that you're not in that same spot. And I so badly just want to be like, hey, you're not there anymore. You don't have to work this hard. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Yeah, I definitely wish that I could wave a magic wand and like erase those memories that were so painful about being taken out of school, not being able to go back to school because you went to the most amazing school in the country and you killed it. I just want you to know that you're resilient and the past is in the past, and you don't have to drill yourself into the ground to prove yourself to anyone because you're amazing just as you are.
Appreciate that, magic wand. I guess for you, the past trauma that I would want to heal. I didn't know you that well in high school. Didn't know the Bria then. And I see a trend of not caring what people think, but also caring what people think. And I noticed that we were in college because, like, I remember the first time we were at the table, and you're like, oh, they're looking at me. I'm like, everybody looking at me? Who cares they're looking at you? And so it's like you have this spirit of independence, but at the same time, there is a hesitation about executing on things because of the expectations of others. And so I think whatever triggered that moment of saying, well, although I have this idea I don't want to take that jump or to move right now, or I have to make it perfect first. I think that's one thing that, I would like to heal, because it definitely shows up in different seasons as far as, interacting with others and kind of your pacing. I'm learning myself that like I have to give yourself grace and self-love in the process. It's not gonna be perfect, and so I want you to, be okay with saying, you know what, it could be a draft. I'm gonna put it out there and get that feedback. Why do you think I'm in your life?
Wow. I thought about this. Maybe when we were dating, I thought about this. I think that I've grown up in environments to where you're not accepted for who you are. There is steps and protocols that you have to do to fall in line, and then you will receive love. And it shaped me in a negative way. And had I not met you, I would have still been operating in this world, thinking and believing that I have to be a certain person, that I have to fall in line in order to be worthy enough of love. Meeting you, it was like, you are deserving of love, Bria. And be who you are, as authentically Bria as you possibly can be. And you will still be worthy of love. Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten that had I not met you.
It's a deep philosophical question. Like, why are you in my life? Being with you and you being in my life allowed me to be okay with this being me and being by myself. And being able to say, you know what, it's also okay to be uncomfortable. And the goal isn't just to be happy all the time or to aspire to be happy all the time. But in order to really experience joy, you have to also understand that there are moments where you don't have joy, or there's moments where you can be sick. And I think that just even seeing you and your health in different situations allowed me to have different perspectives and be able to show up in the world in a different light. And so I think it all is connected. And the fact that, I met you in middle school and then in college, and now here we are here, it's rare, but I think it's intentional, and I think I'm grateful that you were able to see young EB, college EB, and now this version of me. And so, yeah, that's why I think you're in my life.
Hey there, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the conversation and want to ask these questions to your own partner, check out the And Couples Edition card game at theskindeep.com/shop.